we want to output time and position and then give that position a percentage. So we've got two rows down here. We've got Michigan and Purdue position, and then two buttons up here which are going to output our scripting. So first things first, make sure that you've got show output ticked, otherwise it won't show anything at all. Once you get into the scripting window, remember you can insert an example script, and down here we've got show length of all instances and things like that, so you can input these and then just insert your particular instant row names and label names, but we're just going to type it out ourselves. So time 01 equals length instances where row equals Purdue position. Now we can just copy and paste that. We're going to have to show the length of position for both teams because that's how we're going to get a total and a percentage at the end. So we've got Purdue, it's going to insert Michigan. Now we've got our two times, and those times are going to be in seconds. So time 01, that's just going to be basically, how many seconds all those instances are going to be put together. So we're just going to add those together now. So total time equals time 01 plus time 02. So now we've got our total. Now we're going to create our percentage equation. So we're going to go time percentage equals round, 3 brackets, because we're going to have 3 different equations in this line of scripting. We're going to have time 01 because we're doing it for Purdue's time position, not Michigan's. Bracket total time, close bracket, so that's our first bracket, times 100, that's our second bracket, comma 0. So that's how much we're going to round it down to. We don't want any decimal points or decimal numbers after that decimal point, so we're just going to go round it to 0. That's our final bracket there in our 3 bracket equation. Now that we've got that, we want to show what we want to output. So we're going to go show timer 2. Now timer 1, or just timer by itself, is going to show hour, minutes, and then seconds. Timer 2 is just going to show minutes and seconds. Now after you put timer 2, you've got to put a bracket, and you've got to put the time that you want for it to count. So we want time 01 in that format, and then we're going to put 0 because we don't want any more decimal points again after that seconds. So now we've just got minutes, seconds, not minutes, seconds, and then decimal points afterwards with that 0. Now we're going to go plus, we're going to add a quotation mark, and we're going to add some space between our timer 2 format, or time position in that timer 2 format, and our percentage. So then we're going to go plus time percentage, then we're going to add a percentage sign afterward. Now we can just copy all of this, add it into the Michigan one, and swap time 01 with time 02, and it's going to work perfectly the same. So just recapping all this, create 2 times using those 2 rows that we've got down below, create a total time by adding them together, put them in a percentage by dividing the single time by a total time, times it by 100, and then rounding it off, and then show timer 2, putting it in that format, which is minutes and seconds, adding some space, then adding that percentage, adding that percentage sign. So now when we go execute, we've got our time in that timer 2 format, minutes and seconds, and a percentage. Now we can check if this is correct, 19 minutes and 31 seconds, by double clicking on Purdue position down here. And we can see up here that it is in fact correct. So that is how that scripting works.